Coach, some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Arizona Cardinals. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Ready? Forward, Mike. Check. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D. Single. Save. Kill. Go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
That one good for 26 and a first down. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Out. Buzz. He's coming. Double up. He's coming, double up. Single.
They'll set up a throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hot. Hey, check 24.
This is Hines.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. I got you, boy.
They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Here's Hines, and he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42.
Check.
They'll try the left side. Hubbard, and very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
He ain't going nowhere.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. Got this complete to the rookie out of UMass, Andy Isabella.
That's it, baby.
Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well.
Check 43.
On first down, it's Hubbard, and he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
He can't hang. Go. Shift. Ball trot.
2nd down. Murray sets to throw. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 16.
Watch out. Hey, switch gears.
They'll run on 1st down. Hubbard, he will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On 2nd down, it's Hubbard. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Let's go now, Mike. Get the flag. Zoom.
Watch the backer.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. All day. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's going to come up well shy of the 1st here as the tackle's made right around the 12.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Check 13.
So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
44 is the Mike. 44 is Mike. Check. Watch that go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's got his man on the crossing route. He'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First down, San Francisco.
Gator. Here we go, D. Get off the field. Check your hot read. Undercrush.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Check it. Mike, 59, Mike. Check, 59.
Crunch time, defense.
4 yards on the dump off at 2nd down.
He's out of bounds at the 14-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Mike, check, 59.
All day, dog.
Check 37. Check 37.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield. They're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
They run with Hines, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
At the Cardinals' 4-yard line.
Set, hut, 6 to Pittsburgh.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Hey, watch the slant.
Let's go. Big edge.
And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers from 4 yards out. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Too bad.
I don't know about that. Super tough.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
Right there, 54.
A huge play there for Arizona. 46 yards. And he's got it. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. I got wide.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Hey, I'm coming. 61. Max box. Right, cross the ship. Slam.
Check 50. Check 50.
Bang. Check 3.
They begin the drive with Hines, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
And that's one of the reasons we like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Tight dog. Check. Crunch. Check. H3. 218. Kill.
Watch that.
Now it's Hines. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards there and a Niner first. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Check 99.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. He'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 23 yards, the final tally. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Switch.
And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. 13 yards there and a Niner first. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They'll wind up with 3 yards out of that, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
Let's go. 30 base. 3. Yeah.
They'll look to throw here. On the crossing route, complete. That's Schwartz. And they'll get this down to the 10. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Check 3.
They'll try the left side. It's Hines.
You ain't going nowhere.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Check. Set. 15 on it. 15 on it.
Like the 59. Wild Bill. Wild Bill. Pick the edge. Pick the edge. Push.
Check, 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 check.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go, and that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? All you hear from coaches and personnel directors in the NFL, how difficult it is for a rookie receiver to have an impact on the game. So much to learn, so much offense to absorb. Looks like he's picking it up pretty well.
I would say so. And how about that for your first career NFL touchdown?
I don't know that he envisioned it quite that way, but if he was smart, he probably dreamed about it a little bit.
The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
6 guy. Check 6 guy. Watch the safety creep. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
They'll keep it on the ground. Hubbard. And that play is blown up. Losing yardage back at the 35. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Let's go now.
The mic with the flag. Check 56.
We don't want this.
Chef. Showing 8.
High 7. Set up.
On third down, Murray. And he finds his man. That's Butler. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well.
And a key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down. Spectacular catch turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3-and-out.
Check. Watch
Murray
54,
going to lead his guys up first and 10,
watch
and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Woo! Let's get it.
Got it.
Watch Sam. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Watch the flood. Watch the flood. Watch the flood. Watch the flood. Motion. Bump. Go.
On 2nd and 12, Murray. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Everson Griffin in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long.
Hey, watch the ball.
Check nickel.
Like it.
52.
Murray with a 3rd and long. And the pressure gets to him again. Everson Griffin has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do. And he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
Good stuff.
Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Check.
They'll keep it on the ground. Hubbard, and just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On 3rd down, it's Hubbard, and the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. He's going to let this one go deep. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. Andy Isabella was the intended target.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground.
Kill on the ball. Kill. Turn up.
Under 10. 10. Alert 3.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
59. Mike's 59. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day.
It's a pickup of 5. Brings up 2nd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. We have played 3 quarters, and that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
59. Let's go one more.
On 1st down, Hines. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple, down to the 15-yard line.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Hey,
Check pass.
wide. Chin up. I got you, boy.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
I think in normal situations, most play callers would probably shelve that play. In this situation, down in the red zone, got a little something extra to play with. I like the way that he took a shot and went after it.
Now back to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to right side. It's Hines. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
Check three.
They'll try to run with Hines. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Nyheim Hines with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
But he will not get in here. He stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
You ain't got nothing.
Out, 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 out.
Topper! Topper!
56 is the mic. Watch the pass.
Now a give, right side. Hubbard. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
So finally, at this stage of the game, he lets his legs carry him for a big-time first down. But I think this is all set up by his eyes throughout the game. He's been taking it all in as he's watched this thing unfold. And finally, the eyes carried the legs and took him downfield.
You're right. His longest run of the game waited until the fourth quarter, and maybe that lulled the defense to sleep a little bit. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Back at the 47-yard line.
Let's go! Go to base.
6 right there, 56.
Hey, get in the weight room.
Mike 56. Mike's 56.
Check Mike, check Mike. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Shut up.
Now on 2nd and 13. Murray being chased out left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
How many times have we sat with coordinators, and especially the defensive guys that talked about big plays, sacks? They often come in bunches. Well, it may not be a bunch here, but that is the 3rd sack of the game for them.
And around sack 3 or 4, I would think it starts to get in the quarterback's head a little bit.
Not just the quarterback, the offensive play caller, the offensive line, knocks people off balance and changes what they normally do.
Check.
Check. Lucky.
49, check 49.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The rookie first-rounder, Jonathan Abram, there to knock it away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Hey, pick your game up. Deuce.
They'll start on the ground with Hines. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line.
Let's go, boys.
The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
At the 24-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Hey,
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Well, not a big gain with that play, but what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
let's go now. 3, get the flag. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Hassan Reddick in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
So another big shot dodged there defensively. Now they're just one more incompletion away from salting away this victory. And I know this feeling. They're almost giddy, but they have to stay focused and locked in. They can make one big mistake and throw it all the way.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Ready. 4. Mike's by 4. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
Down.
6.
18 Gator.
There, right there. 56.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises, really both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Arizona, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. That'll do it for us.